morning, everybody. Stuart Martin Bennett, Chief Account Executive and Trading Analyst, GDMFX. Welcome to today's European Session Market Outlook. As usual, starting with the US and North American markets in general. Nothing interesting yesterday for the markets. Dow sideways, Nasdaq sideways. The Dixie Index is just a little bit below the 99 mark. Investors are looking forward to a series of speeches tomorrow by Fed's Bullard, Lacker, Evans and Dudley for further clues towards the rate hike, which is expected next month. No major news. Veterans Day today. The markets are calm. Retail sales reports are due on Friday. Moving to the European markets, yesterday the German DAX 30 little changed to the green, and the CAC 40, the French market, little change to the red. A report for the monthly unemployment rate in Switzerland showed no change. Industrial outputs year-on-year and month-on-month from Italy came out better than the expectations, both reports, while the French industrial output month-on-month is lower than previous at 0.1% from 1.7. Euro-dollar 30 points up, continued the signal from Monday, which was sell at 1.079. Third, take profit around 110 pips. Big movements versus the pound, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen and New Zealand dollar, about 30-40 pips movement. On 10th of November, the Council adopted its position at first reading on the reform of the European trademark system. The reform of the current system will improve the conditions for businesses to innovate and benefit from more effective trademark protection against counterfeits, including fake goods in transit throughout the European territory. The new legal framework is also aimed at making trademark registration systems throughout the European Union more accessible and efficient for businesses in terms of lower costs and complexity, increased speed, greater predictability and legal certainty. Now, the Dutch delegation abstained from voting and the UK delegation voted against the adoption of the draft regulation. The Commission issued a statement which is going to be visible most probably today. Calendar events for the day for the European Union: Super Mario's speech, German wholesale sales reports, which came out a little bit better than the expectations. Thursday, we have CPI and EU industrial production, the CPIs for Germany. Friday, European and Germany gross domestic product. Major day for the British pound today is the reports for the paychecks with and without bonuses are due, along with the employment and unemployment readings. In the afternoon, we have Mr. Carney, the governor of the central bank in Britain, who will try to recover a bit from the lost value of the sterling since he last approached the public. Moving to the Asian Pacific markets, starting with the Japanese Nikkei 225, 230 points up yesterday, going up today. The Asian stocks fluctuated yesterday with the regional benchmark index trading near the lowest since mid-October. This was as investors awaited a spate of Chinese data for clues on the extent of the slowdown in the world's second largest economy. Japan's three biggest lenders will probably report a drop in the second quarter profit after Asia's economic slowdown weakened overseas loan growth and global financial markets volatility crimed fee businesses. We had the money supply reports for the Japanese yen. Year-on-year for October, 0.2% less than the previous, currently at 3.6%. The calendar events for the day, we're going to look for the foreign investments in Japan, stocks and bonds, of course. The usual reports, machinery orders year-on-year and month-on-month. No major events by the end of the week. On Friday, we have the industrial production reports year-on-year and month-on-month. China's industrial production year-on-year failed to meet expectations with 0.3%. Also is less than the previous with 0.1%. Currently, the reading is 5.6%. Retail sales year-on-year 0.1% better than the forecast, currently at 11%. Urban investment year to date, year on year, 10.2% as expectations and 0.1 less than the previous reading. For the Pacific, we had the Westpac consumer confidence in Australia, 3.9% down from 4.2. We also have the Royal Bank of New Zealand Governor Wheeler's speech. New Zealand's financial system continues to perform well despite increased risks related to the dairy and housing sectors. Global economic growth has softened over the past 6 months, and uncertainty over the path of economic and financial adjustment in China has helped to depress commodity prices and added to financial market uncertainty. The dairy sector faces a second consecutive season of weak cash flow due to low international dairy commodity prices. The prices have shown some recovery since August, but many in-debt farms are coming under increased pressure. House price growth in Auckland has increased strongly. International evidence suggests that investor loans have a higher tendency of default in the event of major downturn in the housing markets. A sharp downturn could challenge financial stability, though, given the large exposure of the banking system to the Auckland housing market. The banks are working with dairy farmers experiencing difficulty and also not required to put residential property investment laws in a separate asset class and hold more capital against them, therefore. Also, we had the Financial Stability Report, which said that there were few surprises in the last report, with the financial system again noted to be sound, but with the obvious risks with regards to Auckland housing, dairy and global scene all noted. The RBNZ is watching some regional housing markets closely, which suggests to it would quite quickly retighten loan restrictions if pressures there were intensified. This is also the main determinant of the OCR, which will probably remain unchanged through December. The balance between dairy and housing sector has found somewhat of a good ratio, good balance there. Tomorrow we have the business PMI reports from New Zealand. Thursday we have the consumer inflation expectations in Australia and also employment data. Moving to the commodity sector, the S&P 500 index had a range of 14 points yesterday, currently again below the 2,100 mark. 2084 is the level currently. Gold had a range of $11, trading at $10.92 now. Silver had a range of almost 30 cents at $14.50. Currently, WTI had $1.20 range, 43.70 is the price now. Natural gas is trading at $2.30 at the moment. The range yesterday was 9 cents. Pretty severe fluctuation there. That was all from me from today. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you a successful trading day. Cheers.